I know, XPeng's number makes narrowly to the market expectation, but the revenue continues to grow 60% this quarter, year over year. So that's still a good result to have for the quarter. Obviously, they hope to deliver more vehicles. Expectation was around 40,000 cars to be delivered. But if you think about the new model to be launched as one, robotaxi as the second, and third, this is the first month in July, the EV sales, even in domestic in China, the penetration rate is over the 50% mark. It touches 51%. With China's big ambitious to say the penetration rate should reach the 60% by end of the year, I think that can be achievable in China. At the end of the day, if you go to Guangzhou, their penetration rate is around 68% is EV. The whole national level still around 30, 35, you could say 35, 36% at the end of last year. Overall, I think if they aim to achieve that, to say over 50, even the high national level to meet with the tier one cities, you have a huge market, even domestically, to focus on.
Xiaolin, great to see you. So talking about penetration, I mean, right now we've got the latest data suggesting that more than 1 in every 2 cars sold in China, and I assume this means passenger cars, is an EV. And then you talked about robo-taxis hitting the market in China as well, in cities. I'm wondering, do you get the sense that the next big push for Chinese EV makers outside China in terms of export is not so much going to be passenger cars, but more fleet sales of, let's say, these robo-taxis?
I'd agree. I'd agree with that. That's what very nice. That would be the most beautiful cutting edge for China's EV car maker, period, the end. But the challenge for the external, obviously, is a tariff, like you mentioned, and also there's some restrictions, how and where you can sell, and so on and so forth. That's actually preventing the whole world to become a cleaner EV possibilities. And then, the other challenge for the external market outside of China is infrastructure. In China, you see charging stations, supercharging stations everywhere. When I go to Guangzhou, it's like any supermarket, high streets, you go and you walk there, even residential area, plenty charging stations everywhere. Then the car just walk in, 5 minutes later, you're fully charged. And I live in London, you know that for a fact. Very hard to find a charging station there. You have to line up, then charging speed is slow. You have to leave your cars there for hours, if not overnight. But in China, the infrastructure is unbeatable. 5 minutes, you drive in with a cup of coffee. A lot of them slogan was like, you drink a cup of coffee slowly, your car get done in 5 minutes. I think China is not only leading in car making itself in EV, also in infrastructure, also in the very determination by the government to say, you know what, the whole nation needs to be greened in the car making space. They obviously subsidizing the household to encourage them to stay away from the petrol cars, so on and so forth, to buy EV. I think the subsidizing is now increased from 10,000 RMB to 20,000 RMB. So if you buy the car, the government subsidizes you a certain amount of money. So I think overall the effort is enough. Just focus on domestic.